Unraveling the genius of Jean-Michel Basquiat, from street art to cultural icon. Dive into the mind of a legend. Many great artists have walked this earth, but none as great as Picasso, Leonardo da Vinci, and Basquiat. Back in May 2016, a Basquiat painting raked in $57.3 million. Fast forward a year, and boom, another one from 1982, titled Untitled, smashed records at $110.5 million. People were shook, but Jeffrey Deitch, the art big shot, declared that Basquiat was now on the same level as Picasso's and Bacon's. In the 80s, artists were referred to as broke geniuses, but Basquiat, this rising art star, rode that wave. He even appeared on the New York Times Magazine cover in 1985, with the heading, "New Art, New Money." But who was this guy? How did he go from spraying graffiti on NYC walls to hanging with the big shots in the art scene? Let's find out. Basquiat, born on December 22, 1960, in Brooklyn, New York, had a unique journey. His parents were Mathilde Basquiat and Gerard Basquiat. Mathilde sparked his love for art, taking him to museums and making him a junior member of the Brooklyn Museum of Art. At 7, he attended St. Anne's School, where he made a children's book with a friend. In 1968, a car accident at age 7 left Basquiat hospitalized, fostering his interest in art through Gray's Anatomy. His parents separated, and after his mother's mental health struggles, he and his sisters were raised by his father. By 11, he was fluent in French, Spanish, and English. The family moved to Puerto Rico in 1974 and returned to Brooklyn in 1976. Basquiat attended Edward R. Murrow High School, but faced challenges dealing with his mother's instability. He ran away at 15 due to conflicts with his father, experiencing a period of homelessness and experimenting with substances. In the 10th grade, he joined City as School, an alternative high school in Manhattan, where he embraced his artistic side. He and a friend created Saint Mo, a character endorsing a Fox religion, which started as a private joke. This creative outlet paved the way for Basquiat's future artistic endeavors. In the late 70s, Basquiat, along with his friend Al Diaz, kicked off their graffiti game in Lower Manhattan under the alias Saint Mo. Their street art boldly mixed corporate culture with the social scene, challenging the predominantly white art world. Things got spicy in June 1978, when Basquiat got the boot from City as School for pieing the principal. At 17, his father kicked him out of the house when he decided to drop out of school. But Basquiat moved on. By day, he clocked in at Unique Clothing Warehouse in NoHo. But by night, he was the graffiti maestro. The Saint Mo tagline, Saint Mo, as an alternative to God, adorned Lower Manhattan buildings. The Village Voice even spotlighted their work in December 1978. On the side, Basquiat mingled with the avant-garde crowd, rubbing shoulders with Glenn O'Brien on the TV Party Show and making friends at the School of Visual Arts. April 1979 marked the birth of Test Pattern, Basquiat's noise rock band, later known as Gray. They rocked out at iconic NYC spots like Max's Kansas City and CBGB. Living in the East Village with friend Alexis Adler, Basquiat turned their place into an art experiment, copying chemical compound diagrams from her textbooks onto every surface. His creative journey took another turn in October 1979 at Arlene Schloss's space, where Basquiat showcased his Saint Mo monages and launched his man-made clothing line. Patricia Field even featured his designs in her upscale boutique. But all good things hit a snag. Basquiat and Diaz had a falling out in 1980, leading to Saint Mo is dead scrawl on Soho walls. By June 1980, Basquiat graced the pages of High Times magazine, making a national splash. That same year, he delved into Glenn O'Brien's film Downtown 81, featuring Gray's tunes on the soundtrack. In 1980, Basquiat's star began to rise with his participation in the Times Square show. Jeffrey Deitch took notice, and in 1981, Italian dealer Emilio Mazzoli snapped up 10 of his paintings after a recommendation from artist Sandro Chia. Basquiat's first American solo show happened in March 1982 at Annina Nossi Gallery. His art, often painted on street-found objects, gained attention. In 1982, Basquiat, just 21, became the youngest artist in Documentus history, exhibited alongside art heavyweights like Andy Warhol. Gallerist Bruno Bischofberger took him under his wing, setting the stage for global recognition. In November 1982, Basquiat's solo exhibition at the Fund Gallery showcased pieces like A Panel of Experts and Equals Pi. The art world was starting to buzz. His first big sale happened in 1981 when Debbie Harry bought Cadillac Moon for $200. Living with girlfriend Suzanne Malak, a waitress supporting him, Basquiat began making waves in the NYC art scene. In September 1981, Anna Nosi invited him to join her gallery, providing him space and materials. Basquiat's life took interesting turns in 1983. He joined Mary Boone's Soho Gallery, displayed at the Whitney Biennial, and dated Paige Powell. A tragic incident involving the death of Michael Stewart inspired the painting Defacement, The Death of Michael Stewart, in 1983. Basquiat's journey intertwined with music as well. He produced the hip-hop record Beat Bop and collaborated with Warhol on various projects. His friendship with Warhol led to collaborations that stirred controversy. Their joint exhibition at the Tony Schiaparezza Gallery faced criticism, but it marked an essential phase in Basquiat's artistic evolution. The media spotlight grew, with features in the New York Times Magazine and appearances in GQ, Esquire, and MTV's Art Break segment. Basquiat's fame soared in the mid-80s. He earned $1.4 million annually, walked the runway for Comme des Garçons, and painted murals for the iconic Palladium nightclub. However, his success came at a cost. His drug use intensified, and his emotional instability took its toll. Despite financial triumphs, the pressures of fame and racial dynamics in the art world led to personal struggles. His last exhibition on the West Coast, in January 1986, marked a significant chapter. Invitations to international shows in Paris and Ivory Coast followed. However, Basquiat's life was a roller coaster, with struggles against drug addiction and the burdens of fame taking center stage. In the late 1980s, Basquiat's personal life took a dark turn. His relationship with Jennifer Good involved drug use, with heroin becoming a part of their lives. Good, speaking about their time together, revealed Basquiat's struggle with heroin, which intensified after she ended the relationship. His isolation deepened, perhaps as a response to the death of his close friend Andy Warhol in February 1987. Despite the personal challenges, Basquiat's artistic journey continued. In 1987, he showcased his work in Paris, Tokyo, and New York. Notably, he contributed a Ferris wheel design to Andre Heller's Luna Luna, an amusement park featuring creations by contemporary artists. Basquiat's exhibition circuit extended to Paris and Düsseldorf in early 1988. During this time, he formed a friendship with Ivorian artist Ouattara Watts and planned a trip to Watts' birthplace. In a bid to combat drug use, Basquiat traveled to Maui in June 1988 for withdrawal. However, his struggles persisted. Despite moments of optimism, including a conversation with Keith Haring in July where Basquiat expressed feeling good, his battle with addiction persisted. On August 12, 1988, at the age of 27, Basquiat succumbed to a heroin overdose at his Manhattan home on Great Jones Street. His girlfriend, Kel Inman, discovered him unresponsive, leading to his pronounced death upon arrival at Cabrini Medical Center. Basquiat was buried at Brooklyn's Greenwood Cemetery. A private funeral, attended by immediate family and close friends, including Keith Haring and Francesco Clementi, was held on August 17, 1988. Art dealer Jeffrey Deitch delivered a eulogy. Jean-Michel Basquiat, even though he's dead, was a prominent artist known for his impactful contributions to the art world during the 1980s. Basquiat's art often blended text and image, combining elements of poetry, drawing, and painting. His works featured social commentary, addressing political issues such as colonialism and class struggle. He explored diverse artistic legacies, including an interrogation of the classical tradition. Before his painting career, Basquiat created punk-inspired postcards and gained recognition for his poetical graffiti essai. He used various media, covering his paintings with words, letters, numerals, and symbols. Basquiat drew inspiration from texts, using references from books like Gray's Anatomy and African rock art. His career spanned a short but prolific period, producing around 1,500 drawings, 600 paintings, and numerous sculptures and mixed media works. The themes in his art included heroes and saints, often portraying historically prominent black figures, and an exploration of his diverse cultural heritage. Basquiat's work received mixed reviews initially, with some praising its expressive nature and cultural impact, while others dismissed it as absurd. Over time, his art gained significant recognition, and he became a leading figure in the Neo-expressionist movement. Basquiat's family curated various exhibitions showcasing his works, and his art continues to inspire new generations of artists. After his death in 1988, his family manages his legacy. His father, Gerard Basquiat, oversaw things until 2013, and now his sisters, Jeannie and Harivo, and Listen Basquiat, take care of it. Basquiat has received various honors, like being on the cover of Vanity Fair and having a plaque in Greenwich Village. In 2017, he got the key to Brooklyn and a spot at the Brooklyn Botanic Garden. Even graffiti artist Banksy created murals inspired by Basquiat in London. Fashion brands like Armani, Comme des Garçons, and Valentino were influenced by Basquiat's style. He appeared in fashion magazines and had collections dedicated to him. The Brooklyn Nets also honored him with special uniforms. Basquiat's impact extends to film and TV. There are documentaries about him, and a biopic is in the works. In literature, there are books and poems inspired by his life and art. Musicians, like Living Colour and the Strokes, created works influenced by him. Recently, his estate collaborated with Black Fashion Fair for a special collection in 2022. If you enjoyed this video, you may also find one of these next videos interesting. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more art and culture content. And hey, share this video with your friends who might find Basquiat's story just as intriguing. And that's a wrap for today's video. Thanks for joining us on this dive into the fascinating world of Jean-Michel Basquiat with us. What are your thoughts on this incredible artist? Drop your comments below. Did you learn something new, or do you have a favorite piece? We'd love to hear from you. Keep the conversation going in the comments, and let us know if there's another artist or topic you'd like us to explore. Until next time, stay curious. See you in the comments section.